So this is more of a note to myself about how sober I might. If I sound sober now, I might take an argument up with the security team tomorrow about why should I be banned from drinking alcohol from my local uni, whose job is to keep an eye on me while I drink. Why am I banned from drinking for a night? If I'd been locked away and you felt it every day, tell me would you still love me the same? First of all, let's edit my clock. Fuck. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, don't, 8, 9, 10 is the number 1. So, let's load into a match of FIFA squad battles because that's all I play. Seven years ago for Toby being Tongan. Stagnate? I'd argue you stagnate. I'm watching this 11 months later. Stagnate isn't the same. When you say he can play, that's a stretch. Oh, wait, the kid from Home Alone is 50? Home Alone. I've forgotten his name. I never watched Home Alone. Home Alone, child age. Yeah, I might have never watched Home Alone in my life. If I'd been locked away and you felt it every day. That doesn't tell me much. Most children can be left. That doesn't tell me anything. Tell me honestly, would you still love me the same? Headers? No, no one reaches for it. Irish guy. musiala is England's stupid mistake. Odegaard move into a DM position to stall for the left back to cover. Goes backwards. Schiller doesn't challenge Rudiger for the ball, but this is why I don't want women in the game. She just fell over. Right, she finally gets the ball. Taps it to Nunes. Back to Schiller. Giayu. Nagasto. Martin Odegaard. And he skies it. Sheila moved forward to Mark centre back.
Musiala decided to chuck his England underage caps into a fat dustbin and declare for Germany. Oh, you probably already reacted to this bombshell news as if, oh, I don't know, your mum just told you she's bought a new brand of toilet paper. Yeah.
Why does my mum buy a new brand of toilet paper?
I bet you all care now. I mean, this wasn't exactly going to keep you awake at night because honestly, I mean, the world.
Flick it back. I'll take that. Martin Odegaard can't beat Rudiger in a pace war. Wow.
From predicting that Jude Bellingham would end his career with 7 Ballon d'Ors. But lads, arguably the greatest talent to come through the English youth system in the last 10 years is German.
German? Oh yeah, musiala. Arguable.
I mean, to me, that kid is a sickeningly good footballer. But lads, Jamal Musiala is the German Foden. I mean, how
German Foden, Jamal Musiala. That's an actual questionable challenge.
And debating with his mates which was his favourite side. I mean, I'm guessing only the nerds like Big Star. But look, Liverpool want to sign Musiala, and I will touch on him later in the video. But lad, first,
Sheila. Putellas is the good one.
We lost Grealish. Yeah.
1-1. If I'd been locked away and you felt it all the same, tell me how to say, would you still love me the same?
Still, all the talk was about how Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain was coming through as a teenage superstar. I mean, yes, I know he grew up.
No, you meant to make a run in, but that might be my tactics actually.
But if only people knew, if only everyone knew that, you know, forget this love of custard pie, the player with the highest ceiling at that club in 2010 was some scrawny 7-year-old who couldn't speak English and was probably still weeing the bed. And I mean, if he was anything like my family, he living breastfed until he was 12. But yeah,
come on, the Gasto, keep it.
They've also got the same birthday, and so yeah, I've used a squabble over who got the bigger cake.
Imagine two footballers arguing over who got a bigger cake. Through ball. That wasn't. No, FIFA's always been like this. They never put it where you want it. If I'd been locked away. Why can songs get stuck in your head? Pull back. Nice flick. Finish! Martin Odegaard. Damn it, I forgot to put Gooseray in, like that. Grealish? Is that a term? Can we make Grealish the term? Nunez flicks it past Enzo Fernandez. Antoine Rudiger. Giayu beats him on pure pace. Oh, he puts it wide. He's a left back, to be fair. Oh no, it came off the keeper for a corner. This is why FIFA isn't great. Flick it in for a corner off Martin Odegaard, and keeper grabs it. Andre ter Stegen. Nice. Square. Oh, square and finish. You can't even put it in the net. Nagasto. She, not he. Oh, there's a finish. Martin Odegaard flicks it into the box from the corner for an informed Chile. Female NWSL to bullet it. Right, where's that plate? Worst part about this corner is there's no plate on it. If I'd been locked away. 5 seconds, go and cook dinner. And you felt it every day. Tell me honestly, would you still love me? Hey guys, back again. Having an ice cream because they're damn good.
Chelsea children could have walked in the corridor with a scrotum shaped in their hair,
Right.
and they still weren't getting noticed.
Wow.
In
Sticking it on until the end because there's a 10-minute limit for my dinner. 45 minutes. Let's play some Pokemon. Eevee-Dactyl's Rock. Billy Gilmore, Tofu Pie. Arguable Irish guy. Oh yeah. Right now, guys, I'm listening to the Irish Guy off YouTube. Do me a solid, go over and subscribe and comment. The Irish Guy was right from one of his old videos. Just flood those comments and basically make him realise that one, the comments probably 15 years old because I'm not very popular, but more importantly, I watch him a lot and he's a really solid guy. For complaining. Alright. Looks like Roaring Moon. I got a Rolt Start, but I got a VIP Pass, Ultra Ball, and Artisan. No, not Ultra Ball, sorry, Great Ball. I whiffed the nest of Great Ball. VIP Pass for Double Zorua, and I Artisan for, I think, Rolts. Then I enter. Really dead hand though. Mighty Glaze Super Ultra Turbo. That is a dead as damn hand. Maybe I shouldn't have played Great Ball. I'll see what he plays, but Rolts? Is this Gardy? This might be Gardevoir. Or it's a Curlier engine. Roaring Moon with the Curlier engine. That sounds weird. I like the idea because you can draw a lot of cards, but it takes away your turn one explosivity. Sorry, yeah, subscribe to Irish Guy.
You know why musiala quit Chelsea though? It's because the club took the beast. And no, I'm not talking about tickling Susan Boyle. No, they enraged Bayern Munich. I mean, remember how Bayern kept trying to buy Calamus the Doy? I mean,
Luminium for what? Sorry, Earthen Vessel, discard Ultra Ball for 2 darks. And then Luminiums for an Arven. He plays Arven and he gets probably a booster energy, but also a Switch or Dark Patch. Arven gets Vessel and a TM. Another Vessel? He discards a Dark Energy. So I know out of his 7 card hand, 3 of them is an energy. Oh, there's a Dark Patch in his hand. 1 of them is a TM. Tactical Machine is the energy attachment. Turbo Energize. Attach 2 energy from your deck. Oh wow, that's actually quite cool. Bench Arua, Artisan. How many curlies have I got? I got 3, so I got 2 on bench, 1 negative. I'll take the Rolts. Then I'll pass. I have a dead hand. Problem with The Rock. The problem with The Rock as a bet is yes, I can choose any stage 2. Stage 1 I like. Mightyena, Curlier, Aerodactyl, any of the evolutions. But it breaks the deck. I have a hand of 4 cards, only one of which is playable. Nerd.
German superstar. 1 minute he was going to be the next Paul Scholes. Now he's Mesut Ozil. So yeah, blame Chelsea for letting this one slip through the net. They allowed Germany to steal Aussie. Gareth Southgate already lost a useful ball and a Wilfred Zaha to the Ivory Coast. But this kid is the real deal. Instead of Zaha, who's just a meal deal. You know, some of his entire career is just being a big.
That's bold Irish guy.
You know, the modern day Matt Letizia.
Oh, well.
No. Musiala is a future £200 million footballer. Honestly, lads, just look at the England under-15 team in 2016. He was playing alongside Fabio Carvalho. Ah, what a relief. It's not just Ireland whose underage teams are just used as a set of training wheels. I mean, to be fair though, if Carvalho was still English, would he really get a game? I mean, he's a decent player, yeah. But I mean, he's probably just the next Luis Garcia, right? And Liverpool called hero with the odds with their goal. I mean, his international career in Spain lasted 3 years. Forget Xavi and Iniesta. Even the likes of Cesc Fabregas or Santi Cazorla would have made him look like he's the first one to break.
If I'd been locked away and you felt it every day, tell me honestly, would you still love me the same? Alright, so I'm confused, but I fancy saying it. If you guys feel like I should upload these comments once a week, ooh, pass, trekking shoes. If you feel like I should comment my views on, well, not views, my comments drunkenly every week, if I commented my views, everything I spoke about, if I spoke about football, Pokemon, hold on, pause Irish guy. If I spoke about them every week, would you guys watch / listen? If every week I made those comment this video, would you guys listen? Because I could upload these every week on a Wednesday night, or at least hopefully video them. Would you guys listen? Because if you listened, then I would upload these. These aren't me scripting. This isn't me with a piece of paper in front of me telling me everything to say and what to do. This is me reacting purely off my, well, brain. But my brain isn't fully correct. I'm reacting purely off my own brain, but also alcohol. But I think that makes it a little bit more fun. If you guys are enjoying it, if you guys like listening to me drunk, please comment, I don't know, let's think of a roaring moon. If you guys comment roaring moon or something similar, let's say, comment the name of an ancient Pokemon. So, roaring moon, Brute Bonnet, something. And if you comment that, then I'll know that at least one of you enjoy hearing me not sober talk about anything. I can't say it will stay on topic, because it won't. There is zero chance of me staying on topic, especially after a Wednesday night. But it might be a little more fun than me potentially writing down a full script and just reading off that. I know streams won't be off a script, but at the same time, that's a stream. If you just want unscripted videos of me non-sober, let's word it as. If you want non-scripted drunk me, please comment Roaring Moon or Brute Bonnet. Comment one of those or a different ancient Pokemon if you want to Google that. And just comment one of those and I'll know to make more of these. But me reading, it just feels bored to me, but if it's what you want, I will potentially do that more. But if you got, oh, for I hate this Wi-Fi. If you guys want that more, I will do that more. Give me 5 seconds because I need to go and grab something from the microwave. But it's your view. If you want that, comment. If I didn't like to wait. Alright, thanks guys. So number 1, don't use Wi-Finity. If I ever get sponsored by Wi-Finity, please dislike every part of that video. But Wi-Finity is an atrocious Wi-Fi. Meanwhile, let's hop into manager career purely so I don't get kicked.
Similarly, with musiala, youngsters just want to feel what? He should have been sprinting through Heathrow Airport, jumping over barriers, knocking over old ladies in prams. You know, as if this was a Hugh Grant rom-com. He could have met
Hugh Grant?
and begged him not to get on the plane. You know, like
Yeah.
a mixture of Love Actually and the French finale.
I would have loved musiala as English, but I would have hated it. Okay. Now I am speaking, wow, a year beyond. Okay, so randomly just got distracted. I'm viewing my manager career save where I started properly, quotation marks, at a lower league club, specifically League One Wycombe Wanderers. And Real Madrid have just signed Trent Alexander-Arnold, so anyway, that's probably normal. That'll happen in 2 years. Jamal Musiala is England's stupid mistake. Is he? I personally argue that Musiala would have been a waste of space on the England bench. So I watch German football a fair amount, mostly because it's, well, Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich just seems to be... I don't know how to word it. Jamal Musiala would have been a waste of a footballer at England. If I go off the standard 4-2-3-1 of England, the most recent one I remember seeing off the top of my head, Pickford, Trippier, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Phillips, Rice, Saka, Foden, Bellingham, Kane. Where would Musiala fit in? Admittedly, this video was made a year ago, but I do not think that Musiala would displace Bellingham. And where else does he play? He plays a cam. He can't play DM, he's not, well, he doesn't know enough about defence. He can't play at 9, because he would need to play a false 9 sort of position, but the England formation isn't built for that. And I think in a 50-50, everyone would pick Bellingham over Musiala. So Musiala would be our very own version of Jack Grealish. A repeat of Grealish, sorry. He'd displace Bellingham on the... not Bellingham. He'd displace James Ward-Prowse off the bench. He'd displace Rashford off the bench. He's not good enough for the starting 11, but he's not bad enough to come off the bench. I wouldn't take Musiala. Personally, I think he's fine that a young, big hopes footballer declared for a country that would play him. Even behind an ageing Thomas Muller, I would rather a really skilled Musiala play for Germany. And I don't know what your comments are. I think if you agree, comment on your views if you've watched 25 and 55 seconds in. But I personally think that musiala is a complete waste of English kit. Because he would barely play, and in 9 times out of 10, I would prefer to have Bellingham on the pitch. Whereas opting for a musiala who isn't as good as Bellingham, let's be honest. Bellingham right now has 13 goals and 13 assists, and if I Google Jamal Musiala, if I remember how it's spelled, Bambi. Oh yeah, incredible dribbling ability. Stuttgart, yeah, I know all that. He was also able to play for Nigeria. That's actually quite cool. Anyway, click on his Wikipedia. He could have played for Nigeria, which would have been really nice. Born in Germany, British father, Nigerian father, German mother. But what's his stats? He has 27 goals for Bayern Munich and 11 goals at international level. Only 2 of which are for Germany, which he opted for in 2018 for the under-16s and 2021 onwards. If he only has 2 goals in a German shirt, I would prefer an informed Bellingham in the starting 11. I don't know if that's just me, but I prefer Jude Bellingham. Alright, go back to my YouTube tab.
Maybe then you'd be going to a World Cup with a mouth-watering attacking pair of Foden and Musiala. I'm sorry, but those quick feet. Oh, don't leave.
Going into Qatar 22, we had a sort of informed Bellingham, but Musiala wasn't much better. And I think I would have taken either at that point. Admittedly, I am English, so I think English bias would have came in personally, and I would have tried to make a team. Maybe a 4-2-2-1-1 that would have had both Musiala and Bellingham. But 9 times out of 10, I think a year ago when this video was made, I would have wanted Jude Bellingham. Mostly because I'm a Liverpool fan and I thought he was coming to Liverpool. Judas! But I feel like Jude Bellingham was still an equal, if not better, player. I don't know. Quick feet with both Foden and Musiala is a stretch.
Anyway, right now, apparently Liverpool want to buy Musiala. I mean, that's what the papers are saying.
Yes, sorry, that was at the time, that is now. We want Jamal Musiala. That is a solid idea. But Musiala is no longer wanted anymore. I know at number 8, I know I'll put it in quotation marks because technically a lot of our 8s are 10s that we play at 8. But Szoboszlai, Elliott and Jones and McAllister all want to be an 8. They want to be an 8, we don't want them all as, well, we do want them all as 8s. Personally, I don't want Musiala at Liverpool. And I will constantly make remarks. I am not at the time. This video was made 1 year ago and has 68,000 views, 68k views. I think that's 1,000. Either way. Do I think I still want Musiala? I don't want Musiala. I think at the time I would have loved to have a player as creative as Musiala. I'm thinking Fabinho, Thiago, Musiala. I think I would have drooled at that. Now, when Liverpool are still linked, we've got a Szoboszlai, a McAllister, a Jones, an Elliott, who are both coming through. I don't want Musiala. I would personally look for a 6 to deputise Bajcetic. And I don't know who that would be, but I would trust Jurgen Klopp to find a competent number 6. Maybe a younger Calvin Phillips or a younger Declan Rice, younger Rodri, whatever. Someone who is still in their teens that he can mould alongside Badge. If you know me, you know what I'm about to say. Mould the player, make him a DM, make him murderous in the defence. Papers are saying, and
I'm sorry. Well, how confusing for the boy. Most people spend their teenage years worried about the pressures of school, acne, and debating whether or not it's okay to fancy the hole in the fridge. I mean,
how old is Irish guy? Because who the hell fancies a hole in a fridge? But he's got a point. Most teens don't worry about that. And then musiala was worried about a Champions League winning manager and team, like Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool, worrying about him before he's even older than me, currently at 19. I would have been, well, scared is not the word, but I would have been confused, and I'm currently 19. I can't think of how Musiala was thinking at his age. But
my uncle used to debate over whether or not it was okay to fancy Hermione. No, you're 53. But Musiala, he had two of the most powerful countries in the world squabbling over his passport. That is teenage pressure. I mean, imagine asking a 15-year-old child to choose between the England and German FA. So imagine if you coming back to Liverpool after just 3 years at Bayern. Oh, suddenly he's living in Liverpool and joining the little teenage Instagram group with Harvey Elliott and Fabio Carvalho, his former England.
I'm gonna say something questionable, and I think England at the time's youth was the best in the world. If I purely go off my brain work of young, creative Liverpool players, then we've got keeper, Trent, centre back, Levi Colwill, Rico Lewis, defensive midfielder. No, sorry. Elliott, Carvalho, Jones in a 4-3-3. And then you've got Saka, I don't know, Tammy Abraham, and left Phil Foden. And you've got not Fabio Carvalho, James Musiala, Jamal Musiala, sorry, my bad. And you've got other young players like Declan. That is a team that I would back to win the next 2 World Cups. Even with questionable names I've thrown in, John Stones, Connor Cody at centre-back, a goalkeeper like Pickford, yes, I'm going to say Pickford, Pope, Ramsdale, and a number 9. Kane is a perfect example of a leader who could take that team. Tammy Abraham I've named, Callum Wilson. There are so many English players that could make that team. But a midfield quad of Musiala, Carvalho, Elliott and Rice? Is he that young? I don't know, but that would break international football.
Teammate Ozzy, he's going to have such mixed, confused feelings, right? Ozzy, he's already said no to England. It's done. Musiala doesn't need the headache. Well, listen, let's get it right. This would be the perfect signing for Liverpool. Liverpool fans will never admit this, but come on. The fact that they're watching their former academy superstar scoring goals for the blue of Chelsea.
So, I'm not going to lie, I know exactly who he's talking about, and it's a little bit due to watching the vid before. But he's talking about Raheem Sterling, and I don't feel angry about Sterling scoring for Chelsea because, well, one, I'm happy for him. I'm happy that a player like Raheem Sterling can be a great player. It's a player that came through our academy. I didn't think he did, but apparently he did. It's a player who is arguably our best project. Cottage pie is hot. A player that is a perfect winger. Pace, dribbling, finishing. He is what Liverpool wanted, but he refused to stay. And I don't feel angry. If anything, I'm happy he was quite blunt. I would have hated him if he led Liverpool on more than if he just said, I want to leave. And I think that's the same with Lewandowski at Dortmund. Dortmund fans didn't ring Lewandowski off. They applauded him. Because he was always up front about wanting to leave. He never said, I want to stay, and then left purely off a release clause. He was always adamant that Dortmund was a stepping stone. Because, yeah, Dortmund is a stepping stone for many young players. Look at Haaland, Bellingham, Foden as examples. Each of them went to arguably either the biggest club in the world in Madrid and City, or a massive club in theory. Well, in theory is kind of extreme. I can't let bias in here. Man United is still a big club. Even if they're off form recently, you lost to Copenhagen. Even if they're kind of dropping off, they're still a big club. And I hate to say it, but you might even be bigger than Liverpool. I'm happy that Raheem Sterling was always quite clear about what he wanted. He didn't see Liverpool as career. He saw Liverpool as a stepping stone. And I'm glad that we could be a part of his career. Because we can always come back and say Raheem Sterling was part of that team that nearly won the Premier League. And I think that's something that Man City wouldn't, well, Chelsea won't be able to say. We made a young, no, Chelsea can say that. Every club can say that. And I will admit, Sterling's not the best in the world. But I think Sterling is a better player than Jack Grealish, definitely. But as of right now, 2023 November, I think Sterling might be the second best winger in the world. Well, in English world, behind Phil Foden. Who admittedly is a City player, Manchester City, made by Pep Guardiola and that academy. But I am proud to be able to say that Sterling is the second best in the world. Because honestly, if I had to go and say I signed a player from a different club and they proved to be the second best English winger in the country, I would be disappointed. And I don't know how Man City sees that. I don't know how Man City sees signing a young Raheem Sterling as good. I wouldn't be proud of myself if I came on to say a manager career, signed Sterling, Trent, Robertson, Cancelo, Stones, long list, and called myself the best manager. I'm not a good manager there. Well, I'm a good manager, I'm not a good coach. And bold claim, and I can go further into it, Frank Lampard is a better coach than Pep Guardiola. Bold claim, comment in the comments if you want me to explain. But above all, that is a good cottage pie though. Above all, Pep Guardiola is the best, well, top 3 manager in history. Maybe top 5. I will admit there's arguments. He is not the top 3 coach. Messi and Foden do not make you a top 3 coach. Yes, they make you top 50, but they do not make you top 3. When Jurgen Klopp can take an untested Lewandowski and make him the GOAT, number 9, or best of the time, not all time, the time, number 9, then I think you need to admit that Pep Guardiola isn't as good as a not Manchester City, Borussia Dortmund, number 9. I think, let's continue.
It makes them feel sick. They'll never admit it, but lads, come on. Raheem Sterling was arguably the most exciting Liverpool teenage talent since Michael Owen. And so now, to eventually...
Yes, I admit it. I'll take anything people have. Because Raheem Sterling was 10 times any other academy graduate we had. At the time, we had, Ricky Lambert? That's how much I'm talking. We weren't a great academy at the time. But you're talking quite heavily about this team. That is not great. The Liverpool Academy didn't produce graduates much. But when we produced it, it was with a bang. Irish guys currently talking about Sterling and mentioned Owen. Those are the big 2. And yes, there's more. But I won't be able to mention them because you only really realise the big ones exist. And you know what? That's fine. I don't mind you only calling Sterling, Owen, Gerrard Liverpool graduates. Because even if you only call the top 3 graduates, you've just called out the best in the world in each of their positions. Maybe not the greatest of all time. I will never argue that Gerrard, well, I will argue that Gerrard was probably the greatest in prime, but I will never argue that he is the greatest of all time when Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Modric, Kroos, Scholes, Lampard, I will never try and argue with you that Gerrard is better than all of them at everything. Gerrard's a better Lampard's a better goal scorer, Kroos is a better forward passer. I'd still argue Gerrard's better. But at the same time, if we move on, Suarez is a better finisher than Sterling. We didn't make Suarez, we improved Suarez. Liverpool isn't the greatest academy, they're the greatest improvements. With the right manager. Brendan Rodgers, Jurgen Klopp, King Kenny. Those 3, I think, are the best examples of the greatest in the world. They're managers who will take mid players. Sadio Mane, Virgil van Dijk, Luis Suarez. None of them, just as the best 3 examples I can think of off 3 seconds of my head, no one there was argued as the GOAT or even the best in their position of the times. I would argue that Virgil van Dijk is better than Diaz. Sadio Mane is better than... I can't say Ronaldo, but I can say Neymar, and I will stand by that. And Luis Suarez, I don't think I even need to explain that beyond maybe Lewandowski. Because Lewandowski is Lewandowski, but that was made by Klopp. I think Liverpool have a brain between their ears. FSG know what they're doing, even if they don't put money in. But they will make young players. And they will even make their young signings, like Suarez, like, I don't know, Elliot, Cavallo. They'll make them the best in the world. I think that's what people ignore.
You wind up seeing him play for Chelsea.
I don't care. I do not care that Raheem Sterling plays for Chelsea, because I'm not seeing a young traitor. I'm seeing a young master play for a top tier English club. People seem to forget that Chelsea aren't potatoes. They are top tier clubs. And Chelsea is easily the best, well, not the best, top, I'll go 5 because I don't know the exact numbers, but top 5 English club. And you know what? If I can honestly say that a Liverpool Academy graduate has played for the best, well, second best, as according to data, English club of all time, the best English club currently, and has played for Chelsea, I think arguably the third best English club of all time. I think saying that's a Liverpool graduate is massive. I have just realised that Athletic Club has finished Michael Olise's signing on my manager career. That's funny. But Raheem Sterling has played for 3 of the top 5 English clubs of all time. I think the other 2 are Arsenal in 5th and United in 2nd. Yes, I'm a little bit biased, but shush. Still though, playing for the top 3, not top 3, sorry, bad wording, 3 of the top 5, saying that one player can play for 3 of the top 5, despite the fact he played for one by 18 and left for another one by 20 something. Admitting that a Liverpool graduate plays for the top 3 is something that I think every Liverpool fan can admit is happy for. Yes, I will be angry for Raheem Sterling for leaving, but I will not be angry at the fact he played for the top 3. Just like Lewandowski at Dortmund, he never said he wants to be at Liverpool forever. Players like Trent, like Gerrard did. And they did / will stay at Liverpool forever. This man in Liverpool admitted this is just a stepping stone. And you know what? He knew it was a stepping stone, but he still admitted it was a stepping stone. And now look at this club. This club has built some of the greatest youngsters. The Elliots, the Carvalhos. One of them was an academy graduate, both of them were young signings. Academy graduates like Trent have been arguably the best in the world in their position. Even if the English manager is a very blind, not very clever man. I will say that Trent, Elliot, Carvalho. Who else? The Soboslai, the Salah. They're the best in their position in the world because they were made by Liverpool. They weren't always created by Liverpool, like the Gerrards, Gerrards, Trents, Owens of the world. But they're still Liverpool. They've still got Liverpool red. They've still got the Liverpool club on their badge. I will argue honestly that Trent is the best right back in the world, that Elliot and Carvalho and Jones are the best CMs in the world, because they came from Liverpool. You can bring your Fodens, who else is a good centre mid right now? Gundogan, There's a lot, and there's not many English youngsters. Phillips, your Rice. I'll say my trio is better because they were created by the best young team in the world. A club that allows their youngsters to succeed. I don't mind Sterling leaving because he made himself the best left wing in the world. And even leaving the club and still finding massive success at Chelsea. Bearing in mind what Chelsea was when he joined, that is huge.
It will hurt. So go on, get your own back now and make a former Chelsea Academy superstar. You all know the story of apparently being obsessed over Jude Bellingham.
I'm happy we never signed musiala, personally, as a Scouse fan. I am a Liverpool fan through and through, but I don't know how people think a Liverpool fan is. I'll be honest, I don't know how to word this, but I am happy we never signed musiala. I am happy that Musiala is improving steadily and slowly. Take his time, he could be the best in the world. And if I am able to say he was the best, if he's the best in his position in 5 years, then I'm proud for him. But if he'd have joined Liverpool, I think that would have held him back. Because if we look at Liverpool now, no, move back, look at Liverpool in the summer when we were linked. Henderson, Thiago, Keita, Ox, Jones, Carvalho, and we were linked. If we take the signings we made, Szoboszlai and McAllister. And Endo, but I think he's more of a 6. I don't think we needed Musiala. So I'm happy that he stayed at Munich for the summer, for the year. I'm not gonna lie, but if Musiala becomes the best in the world, if Musiala can honestly say he is a better Bellingham, a better Carvalho, which will be painful to admit, a better Elliot, once again painful, a better, I don't know, Foden, Grealish, Havertz, then I'm happy for him as a football fan. As a Liverpool fan, I'll admit it's painful, but as a football fan, I'm happy that some of the best youngsters in the world are coming through big clubs and didn't need to transport to what I'll refer to as kind of like a, not feeder club, a stepping stone. I don't know how people refer to this, but Southampton, Dortmund, Liverpool, I suppose if you say to Barcelona. These clubs seem to always be feeders. Players will come to them, look better because they are better than the club, and then they'll move to their big clubs. I don't know, it always seems like that club feels like they're better. But I am happy for those players. Because those players are the ones that have improved. I'm not gonna lie, I'm simply a 19-year-old sat in my room. But I am not half the players that half of these guys will be. If the Jude Bellinghams, the Jamal Musialas, the Fabio Carvalhos can be the best in the world, then as a Liverpool fan, as an English fan, I'm happy for each of them. Even if they declare for Germany, England and Portugal, or whatever nations they can agree for, then they have become the best in the world. And I'm not happy. I'm not sad that they were missed. I'm happy that they existed. Because I will always be able to watch the musiala, the Elliot, the Carvalho exist, the Foden. I would rather watch these players than know they existed but never see them.
For months. And yes, listen, he would be a pretty exciting, of course. But I think Musiala fits you better. I mean, it looks like Jurgen Klopp is trialing a new 4-2-3-1 formation. And if that is the case, then Musiala slots perfectly into that number 10 role, buzzing around like a little creative bee behind Darwin Núñez. I mean, listen, he won't be cheap. He's got 3.5 years left in his deal, but he also has £84,000 a week. He earns a little more than Eric Choupo-Moting. He's the 16th highest paid player in that squad. I mean, both he and Sadio Mane are former Southampton boys, right? Yeah, Mane earns 4 times.
I never knew Musiala was a Southampton man, so that's impressive.
Paid package. But Musiala is about to explode. Only last season, he recorded 8 goals and 6 assists in 40 matches. So far this season, 7 goals and 6 assists in 12 games. He is more mobile than Ozil, more of a player dribbler, but in terms of numbers, his stats are better than what Ozil was producing in the Bundesliga.
I don't know what to say here. Ozil in the Bundesliga. I don't know. I'm happy that Musiala stayed in Germany, despite the Liverpool interest, because above all, he increased his skill. How many players do you know that come to Liverpool that look 10 times better, that do not become the best in the world? I'd argue no one, except Coutinho, but Judas. However, if you look at the Musialas of the world, the young Cams, yeah, they would have been better, but at the same time, look at now. How do I word it? I don't know how to word it because it's difficult. I would love the idea of keeping a young Jamal Musiala. But at the same time, if I signed a Musiala in career mode, let's say FIFA 22 career mode, and I followed Jamal Musiala's idea, then I would be depriving Harvey Elliott, Fabio Carvalho, and Curtis Jones of minutes. Minutes that they could use to become a better Musiala. I think a year later, as a Liverpool fan, I am happy that they never joined Liverpool. Because above all, if they'd have joined Liverpool, they would have arguably become, well, the Elliots, the Jones, the Carvalhos. Yes, they'd be great, but they could be great elsewhere, and we could still have a world-class midfield. I'm a weird football fan in that I don't only love my team. Yes, I'm a Liverpool fan. Yes, I'm an English fan. Yes, I love seeing my team succeed. I also love seeing other teams succeed. With the exception of Everton, because it's Everton, I think if I personally saw, let's say, I don't know, yeah, let's just use Musiala. If I saw Bayern Munich produce a creative, clever youngster that is just as good or better than Mesut Ozil, then I am happy. Because I get to see that youngster improve and play like a young Thomas Muller, a young insert name. I will get to see that player become the best in the world. I won't get to see, well, I will get to see him become the best in the world at Liverpool, but I won't get to see him become the best in the world at Liverpool and see Elliott, Carvalho and Jones all become the best in the world at Liverpool. I will get to see only 3, or 2 of them, 3 max. I won't get to see all 4 of them become their goats. If Musiala stays in Germany and Munich, then I will get to see 4 players potentially become GOATs. I don't know, because I am technically biased, but not biased at the same time. I'm happy that Musiala stayed in Germany, because he's proving he's better. I'm talking after a Copenhagen match where he and Harry Kane scored twice. His team with Harry Kane scored twice. He was on the pitch for that 2-0. We can't say the same for, I don't know, let's use those examples, Elliott and Carvalho and Jones. Those guys weren't all on the Champions League pitches this week. Musiala was, and I'm happy for Musiala, because if he's on those pitches, then he's proving he's the best in the world. I'm glad he never came to Liverpool, because he would have stunted those other developments. And those developments are what makes players great. So I'm speaking, obviously you're watching this in probably post this time, because I don't have subscribers yet. But Jude went to Madrid, Jamal stayed at Bayern, and Liverpool signed a Szoboszlai, McAllister, Endo, Gravenberch. Full remake. I'm glad. I don't want to repeat myself, but